It's May 25th, 2018.
This is Nerd Bourbon episode 51. I'm Seth Sturgill, and this podcast now comes with a Battle Royale mode.
And I'm Todd Sturgill. And that is some real shit. Like, Battle Royale is the new thing.
It definitely is. What do you think about that shit?
I want to get into it, but I want to get into it more. But I fucking hate. I'm not too big on Fortnite. I don't hate it, but like, I'm more into if I'm gonna play. If I'm going to play a Battle Royale, it's gonna be more like in like PUBG type of shit.
Yeah, I think we're both actually kind of on the same page with the Battle Royale games. Like, yeah, because we've talked about Fortnite on the show before. We actually have a video of us playing Fortnite for like an hour on the YouTube channel. Yeah, Fortnite just, I don't know, just didn't really grab me. There's too much going on, in my opinion.
It's honestly like the whole the whole mechanic around Fortnite, is the building, and it's actually the main thing I don't like. Like, I don't like it.
I don't care for that shit. I just think there's already so much going on in your head when you're playing those games. Like, I don't need that on top of it.
Yeah.
And PUBG is a little more simplified, but then it's still clunky, But now the new Call of Duty's got that blackout mode, And we were talking about this yesterday. It was just like, man, like, I'm actually down for that because, Call of Duty's gameplay, say what you will about story or multiplayer or whatever, the gameplay is always rock solid,
Yep. So
if you put me in a Battle Royale scenario with Call of Duty gameplay, like, I'm down for that, And they've got the Battlefield 5 reveal today. I was telling you this. I just want to have recorded evidence here. I'm telling you, I'm predicting right here, right now, Battlefield 5 is going to have a Battle Royale mode of some kind.
Yeah, I think it's, like, legitimately starting, like, right now, like, on the dot, like, as we're recording this.
Yeah, so by the time we're done, it'll probably be revealed. I don't know if it's going to have it at launch. It will at some point have it.
Oh, it's definitely going to have it. Like, we were talking about that, like, when we were streaming Destiny yesterday, and we were talking about, like, how, like, you even said, like, Red Dead Redemption's probably going to have a fucking Battle Royale mode. And I could totally see it.
That's my big kind of prediction is that Battlefield 5 is going to have it, and Red Dead's going to have it for sure. Like, it's the new hotness, man. Like, everybody wants in on that gravy train, Mm-hmm. And like, there are certain games, like, these are games that I think it actually works for, and I hope it isn't just shoehorned into games that it doesn't work for. Because, it's a cash cow, man. Like that, everybody's going to be streaming that.
Well, it's like funny. It's what's funny about it is, like, look back a couple years, like a year, even like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, the whole thing was MOBAs.
Right.
Now it's kind of like moved on from that, and it's now Battle Royale shit.
And MOBAs are still popular.
MOBAs are still popular, but like Battle Royales are like that's the again, like you said, the new hotness.
Yeah, it's the new. Everybody's gonna be doing it, dude. And like, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. What I'm really hoping is that these games find a way to differentiate themselves. Like, I don't want them to all just be, oh, it's this game, but in a large map with a lot of players. Battlefield in particular, because Battlefield's already that.
That's actually why I said that. Like, I think Battlefield's going to be able to handle it, like, really well, because it's already kind of a thing. Like, they handle, like, like what, like, what's the max, like, lately? It's been like 60. Has it been like 60 players? Or did they up that shit?
On console, it's like that. On PC, it's usually like over 100.
Yeah. So again, they've been ready for it. They've been preparing for it before they even realized Battle Royale was a thing.
Yeah, and the maps in Battlefield are already huge, and that's what I'm saying is I hope that Battlefield, like, puts something like a unique spin on the Battle Royale thing, if/when they do it.
Yeah. And
then, with Red Dead, like, I think Red Dead's gonna be a really popular like streaming game with Battle Royale. And I mean, I'm down for it. I like Battle Royale games. I'm always interested to see franchises do new things. I think Black Ops 4 is doing some really interesting stuff, and I'm actually interested in it, which is weird. I don't usually give a shit.
It's funny, is like me and you are like in the minority of that. Like, I mean, like, cause I talk about this all the time. Is like a lot of big people that still play Call of Duty are like those hardcore elitists. Like they do not want the game to change, or if it doesn't change enough, like I swear to God, they want to play the same game for like fucking like years to come.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming from like, especially with Black Ops 4. I think Black Ops 4 is kind of a thing. Like everything that's happening with that game is the product of like the games that are popular right now. Like there's Overwatch. They got like they kept with the specialists that they brought in from Black Ops 3, right? And they're kind of like evolving that a little more. And then you have, honestly, I don't know why. I don't know if you got it when I was watching the reveal. I got like a little bit of like a Rainbow Six like Siege vibe from the game as well, in a weird way.
Yeah.
But again, those are the kind of like first person shooters that kind of like got popular in the last like a couple little bit, So it's I can't blame Call of Duty for doing this. It's like it's taking little bits and pieces of popular games and like trying to make it their own. I have no issue with that. But then you got
go ahead.
You just got like the hardcore elitists that just want to sit there and play like fucking. They want to storm the beaches of fucking Normandy for like fucking 20 years.
The interesting thing I think about being a large AAA game is like the things that you have to do to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Like especially for Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty used to be the biggest game in any year that it releases, and it still kind of is, but like
it's been dropping off like every year basically.
I think every year since Ghosts, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I think Call of Duty
that's actually
worse.
Some good shit, because I think Ghost was the beginning of the fall, is all I'll say.
The beginning of the end. Yeah. It just Call of Duty's been tampering off a little bit. I mean, yeah, it still sells like 10 million plus units.
Of course,
it's still wildly successful, but like it's been dropping off consistently, man. And they're just kind of doing what they can to stay relevant. And I've been predicting that Call of Duty would drop single player for years now. Since Modern Warfare 2, I've been predicting that.
Really? Since Modern Warfare 2, you've been predicting that?
Yeah, is Modern Warfare 2, is that the one with the Spec Ops mode?
Or is that 3? That was the first one with the Spec Ops mode, where it was like those little like short but sweet little missions that you can co-op with.
Yeah, I've been predicting it since then, because we'd be playing Spec Ops or whatever, and I was like, this is fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I actually really enjoyed the Spec Ops mode. I think back in the day, it was like me and my buddy Tyler. We used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah, to me, I will take that over a single player campaign, because honestly, and don't get me wrong, I usually like the single player campaigns in Call of Duty, but like 9 times out of 10, they're nothing special.
Yeah, it's just they'll have like the good old set pieces where you're like, oh damn, that was cool. But that's usually it.
Yeah, but they're extremely expensive to make, and like 10% of players touch the single player campaign at all. Most people just jump right into multiplayer, and then 5% of players actually finish the campaign. So it's such a negligible amount of their audience that's actually even giving the single player campaign the time of day. So why waste the money on it? Like for me, having a co-op centric mode that just puts you into scenarios like Spec Ops does, where it's just kind of random scenarios in Call of Duty. I don't necessarily need a story around it. Just put me in these scenarios with co-op, and just let me loose and do a shitload of that, and release free updates like once a month or something like that adds a new mission or something like that.
You know what's actually pretty funny?
Keep me coming back.
You know what's pretty funny about the Spec Ops mode? I don't know why it just popped in my mind. Is I swear to God, I think there's one where it's the all gillied up shit from Call of Duty 4, but backwards.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, and you can do shit like that too, where you could even kind of like redo.
Yeah. Or like rehash some of those like cool like missions from like past Call of Duties. That'd be shit. Yeah. I'd be down for that.
And that's what I like about that. That's what interests me about Black Ops 4's structure, is that there's no single player campaign anymore, but it's mode based. So you're gonna have your zombies, you're gonna have your multiplayer, you're gonna have your blackout.
What did you see the zombie trailer? Like, what do you think of that?
I mean, zombies has never really done anything for me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of the same way. Like, the last time I like genuinely enjoyed zombies was like, I'm a simple man. I just like the original shit on like World at War.
Well, and now they kind of like put a little bit of a story into the zombies mode,
That's my thing. I don't think it needs it. Just let me kill like.
I don't think it
just
needs
kill me
it
like,
either.
Give me like a wave-based zombie horde mode. That's all I need.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily needs it either. But the point is, for me, that's enough. Like for me, like the little bit of story that they're putting in these different modes, like that's enough for me. I don't need some vast, epic, campaign for Call of Duty. I don't need that. Those little nuggets are I think plenty, for Call of Duty, and I'm interested in this, and I'm hoping, there are rumors that the multiplayer updates are going to be free, and the season pass is basically just going to be for zombies.
Because at that point I won't even spend money on the season pass. That's good shit.
Yeah, like that would be a really cool model. That would be taking a page from EA's book, and I think that would be really cool. Like that would be a really nice like way to keep you coming back, and just frequent updates, rather than just like banking on these big map packs every 5 months or whatever it is. Just frequent free updates with new multiplayer maps, and then every now and then you get that zombies map, new blackout maps, which apparently the blackout map is going to be like huge. So we'll see about that. I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this stuff. I don't know. But now that we got our 11-minute intro out of the way,
that's honestly I was actually surprised with how much we actually talked about that.
I wanted to get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way for a few things. So, first of all, I wanted to let you talk about Twitch a little bit, because we've been kind of getting more and more into Twitch now.
Well, everyone, our listeners here.
Yes.
I think I've talked about this a while ago. Is I recently got a new PC, and I've actually been able, this computer can actually handle the process of streaming. So,
oh yes,
where I am,
and it does so well.
Oh, so well. Didn't drop a single fucking frame in that Destiny stream. It was good shit. But because of that, I'm definitely planning on starting to stream a little more. Like, so, just like right now, every Friday night, I'm gonna bring this up. Right, I'm gonna bring this up out of the way. Me and it's a mutual friend of ours, but he's one of my closest friends. I guess I'll give him a plug in this, Mr. Crow on Twitch. Also an AKA my brother from another mother, Tyler. But me and him have been doing we started last week a co-op co-op challenge run in Dark Souls 3. And the first couple videos are on the YouTube channel, kind of shit quality, because I wasn't paying attention to the game audio. Game audio is pretty fucking loud. Real loud.
It's because I was out of town. You didn't have me there.
Yeah, I didn't have my audio bitch
to be an anal retentive perfectionist.
Yeah. I honestly the issue was like when I was trying to listen to it, I actually realized that when I was listening to it, it was like there was nothing going on. So I didn't it sounds fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, what actually I want to talk.
That's why yesterday, like when I had you load into Destiny, I'm like, just start firing the gun.
Yeah, yeah. So with this co-op run though, it's actually really fun. We're actually thinking about doing more shit like this after this run. So what it is is a cosplay Ornstein and Smo run, where each character. So I'm playing Smo. My buddy Tyler's playing Ornstein. But So basically, it's like I'll get a hit, then he has to get a hit. And then it was just like there's a flow to the combat like that. It's kind of like where we're just like he goes in. I bet it's actually one of my favorite things to watch. I was actually watching a couple of the videos where it's just like I roll in to get a hit, I back off. You see him rolling in to get a hit. There's like this really beautiful flow to the combat actually. Like once you get the hang of it,
right?
That's actually the biggest thing. Is like you just hear me and him go, "Whose turn is it?" It's my turn. But it's a lot of fun, and there's actually I can't heal. The only healing that exists is through miracles that Tyler does. So I'm basically I honestly I got the shit end of the stick here. I got like fat rolling son of a bitch. I mean, I do heavy damage, but I'm fat rolling like a motherfucker, and that shit's awful.
Yeah, you do heavy damage, but your equip load is legit, like, almost as
Oh,
high as
dude,
it can go.
if I had like 4 more units of weight, I'd be doing the fat man walk, the slow walk.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
legit at like
so
I'm
bad.
legit at 95, 96. Here's the thing, technically I could respec and like probably not be fat rolling, but I think that takes away a little bit of the challenge. I think there is something
Right.
more to being like having to fat roll as Smo.
Well, that's part of the true
Exactly.
cosplay, right?
So I'm fat rolling like a motherfucker, and then so Tyler, it's like I have the detriment, but Tyler actually has a lot of responsibility because he has to make sure like I'm getting healed. He has to make sure like all the other shit's going on while still like doing the trading hits. It's been a lot of fun. We're actually shit. So we've decided to make that kind of like an every Friday night sort of thing.
Right.
And basically the videos will end up on YouTube basically on like Saturday, basically. Like basically honestly, as soon as the stream's done, that shit's going to be getting uploaded.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. So that's something that we're doing now. We're actually just taking the archive directly from Twitch and just exporting it right onto YouTube. So it's easier from Todd's perspective because he doesn't have to actually export shit, and it's honestly it gets the content to YouTube.
No, like dude, it's like almost
general.
fucking instantly. It's good shit.
It's really nice, yeah. We're actually gonna have a lot of like Dark Souls related content because Dark Souls Remastered is out today when you're listening to this. And Todd and I are going to be streaming probably our full playthrough.
Now, this is actually something we can actually bring this up here. Like, how do you want to handle this? Like, do you want to stream it whenever we have the time, or do we want to make it a like?
Yeah, I think we just stream it whenever we have the time.
Okay.
Like just whenever we play, because free time is not always guaranteed.
That's real.
So yeah, just whenever we play it. I mean. And then, we've been playing Destiny again because of the new Warmind expansion. And, so the weekly reset streams will probably be back for a little while. I think we're going to be streaming a lot more. I might be streaming my first playthrough of Detroit. I'm debating on streaming that with my fiance because she actually really wants to play.
Oh, that'd be kind of a cool little thing. Like, have her, like, on the mic, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, have us like kind of both on the mic, like, and streaming it kind of together. Yeah. So I'm thinking about going that route with it.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe I'll finish that Dragon's Dogma playthrough. See what?
Oh shit. Yeah, you do. Need to
I really do.
Anyway, there's a lot more Twitch content coming. We have a lot of like people fans on YouTube and stuff that really like.
Did you reply to that comment? I think somebody commented on the one of the. I think it was actually the Destiny video
from yesterday. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look at it. See, because when you see something, the notification goes away.
It's kind of shit in it.
So I have to go and look at it. But yeah. So there's gonna be a lot more video content. Like I said, our YouTube fans like our video content. It's kind of like immediately more popular than because YouTube's a nice conduit for us to like upload the podcast. But
on the YouTube end of things, the gameplay shit's the more popular.
It just always does better. Yeah. So people like it. We want to do more of it. We have fun doing it. We're more equipped to do it now than we ever have been. So we're gonna be doing more of that shit. Oh yeah, it's Roblox Player 23 who watches like all of our gameplay. He goes, "Is this console or PC?" It's console. Roblox Player 23. We play Destiny. Todd plays it on PC.
Yeah, I play it on PS4 and PC. Seth only on PS4.
Yeah. I only play on PS4. So yeah, whenever we stream Destiny, I don't know if you're gonna be listening to this or not, but it's always on PS4, and I'll reply to him after we're done recording. But yeah, so another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is just kind of the layout, just kind of the things we're gonna be, I guess, covering on the show, because we're approaching year 2, and we're gonna have kind of a whole episode, kind of a year 2 special and stuff. But I just wanted to, and right after that, because stupidly we started this show right before E3 last year, like a bunch of fucking idiots. So I just kind of wanted to run you guys through what's going on, kind of in the Nerd Bourbon world for the next few weeks. So next week, episode 52, which would technically be the mark of the first year, but I didn't want to do it like that. But episode 52 is going to be kind of a standard episode. We're going to have we're going to talk about Dark Souls Remastered. We're going to talk about Detroit and any other, various bullshit. Episode 53 is going to be the year 2 special, where we're going to have some announcements. We're going to talk about what we want to do in year 2. We're going to announce a new show there and hopefully have the first episode of that new show ready to go at that same time. And then episode 54 is going to be where our E3 predictions fall. So this is why I'm doing it a little bit differently. So E3 is a little bit later this year than it normally is, by like a week. Normally it's like early June. This year it's like kind of mid-June. So episode 54 is going to be the E3 predictions episode, which is going to be weird because that episode's technically going to go live like before E3. Or sorry, right after E3.
Oh, that's a little weird.
So what we might do is I might post that episode early. I don't know. How would you feel about that?
I mean, we are an every Friday thing, but I think it would make more sense to have a E3 predictions episode before E3.
Yeah, I mean, like it wouldn't really bother me one way or another, but I don't know. We may go that way. Like, yeah, we're typically every Friday, but I think doing E3 predictions and E3 reactions, like I think it's fine if the E3 reactions goes up on the 22nd, because who cares about the reactions really? It's all about the predictions, right?
Hashtag Seth is right.
Yeah, you got to get that hashtag Seth was right. We got to see how I did. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll probably post the E3 predictions episode early. But then, then the following week, episode 55, is going to be E3 reactions. That's kind of the blueprint of the next month or so in Nerd Bourbon. So just so you guys kind of know what's going on. I think that's all the housekeeping I wanted to get out of the way. Now that we've done our second fucking intro to this podcast.
This entire episode is nothing but intros.
Pretty much. The episode of intros, that's what we'll call it. What do you, so, we're kind of playing it fast and loose this week. What have you been up to the past week? It's been a little while, because I've been out of town.
I've been shit, so I think I brought it up like last episode, is I've been playing like way more Monster Hunter lately. Like I kind of just got right back into it. Because I've been playing it with, I've been playing it with my brother from another mother, Tyler, once again. But, I've been playing that. Still been playing like Sea of Thieves, and I've actually been like just gaming, just gaming and just fucking working. That's my life: gaming, working, eating, and sleeping.
That's pretty much it, bro. That's all there is to it.
You realize there's no. I didn't say anything about using the restroom in that because I don't.
Well, you do it, but you don't make special time for it. You just piss all over yourself.
Exactly.
I know what I'll do. I'll piss myself. I don't even. What were we playing when we made that joke?
I don't remember. It was actually. I don't know what I'll do. I'll shit myself. It wasn't. Was it piss or was it shit?
I thought it was piss. It might have been shit. I don't know.
It might have been. Either way, it could be. Either way, it was. The joke is unchanged.
I think it might have been WoW. I think we were playing WoW, and Todd's like, I have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to get up. I know what I'll do. I'll shit myself. Yeah, that's the high quality content. Yeah, no, I went out of town last week. Saw a mutual friend of ours, Dan. Saw him graduate college, which was really nice, and got to meet all of his fellow students who have been stealing him away from us for the past few years. and just kind of hanging out with him.
Can I actually say something about Dan real quick? One, fuck you, Dan, if you're listening. Now, that is something. When I say that, I say it with all love in the world. But also, I swear to God, I've said this joke to multiple people. Is just like, I swear to God, I feel like the entire time I've known Daniel, he's been in college.
Much, yeah. Well, he was having some trouble, like he changed his major a few times, but he finally kind of found his passion in the PTA program and stuff, and he's been doing that for over 2 years. That program alone. So yeah, he graduated from that. I flew down to Texas to see that and to be there for him, and just hung out with him for a few days. And we saw Deadpool 2. Now I wanted to talk about Deadpool 2 just really briefly because I don't think we're gonna do a shots on it. Just because I'm compromised.
Compromise is a good word.
Let me just say this. So while I was down, I work overnight. I've worked overnight for the past 4.5 years. And my body, around like 6 or 7 o'clock, dude, I'm just tired. Like, I'm just fucking tired. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, my body's used to being asleep.
See, that's the thing with me is, like, I just stay tired, so I just adapt to it.
I stay tired, too, but I'm talking about, like, it's like...
that shit where you can't stay up.
It's like narcolepsy. It's like, literally around 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm literally passing out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that way.
And I felt bad because, like, I'm trying to hang out with Dan and stuff like that, and I'm just exhausted the whole time, And I'm literally, like, we're trying to, like, watch TV or have dinner or something, and I'm, like, nodding off, And they'll be like, oh, are you tired? I'm like, well, I'm sorry, yeah, like, my body just shuts down at, like, 7 o'clock, So, dude, it was a struggle for me. I don't think I stayed up any later than, like, 10 all the nights I was there. Like, I think, and even that is honestly impressive. But yeah, so we go to see Deadpool 2, and we saw it the Friday that it came out, and we saw it at 7 o'clock. And I'm gonna be real, like, I enjoyed myself, and I stayed awake through much of the movie, but, like, there's probably a solid, like, 10% of that movie that I don't even recall. Like, I was struggling so hard to stay awake. So I don't think we'll do a full shots on it because I wanted to do... I don't want to disservice the movie by talking about it without having a proper, well-rested Seth opinion of it. So just kind of like, let's just talk about it real quick. Just kind of brief, spoiler-free Deadpool 2 discussion. Because you saw it. So,
yeah, I think we both share the same opinion that we still prefer the first one more.
Yeah.
I'm in that ballpark. I know you are. I know a couple people that are in that ballpark, but it's still a very fun movie. It's raunchy. It's good shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, what my favorite thing about these Deadpool movies is that, like, I don't know, like, there's something about, there's like a vibe to the Deadpool movies that I really like it reminds me of those, like, the 90s kind of like Jim Lee era of comics where it was all just like fun and over the top and stupid and, like, I don't want to get into spoilers, but, like, the movie just, like, it's nice to see, like, characters that you don't necessarily expect to pop up and stuff like that. And
yeah, I'm not gonna spoil this, but, like, the opening to the movie was good.
Yes, it was great. Yeah,
holy shit, that shit had me dying.
There's a lot of, like, unexpected things. I see a lot of people. One thing that I think the movie kind of fails at is that I see a lot of people saying, like, oh, Deadpool 2 had, like, a surprising amount of heart to it, and I actually cried at the end and blah blah blah. And for me, it's the Suicide Squad thing, where, like, at the end of Suicide Squad thing, when, like, El Diablo's like, oh, we familia, type shit. I'm just like,
I'm with you on that, because, like, I mean, I can see why people are gonna say shit like that, but again, they were, like, technically in the movie, like, working as a team for what 2-3 days type shit?
Well, I'm like, you don't get to say that. You don't get to say that after one movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never got enough time to know the characters, and, like, Like Suicide Squad, when that happened, it just made me laugh. I was just like, you've got to be fucking.
Oh no,
kidding me.
I legitimately like I cringed at that. I was like, ugh.
I was like, you've got to be
Ugh.
fucking kidding me. This is ridiculous. You know.
Like the entire time you've been like, I don't want to use my powers. I don't care about any of you, type shit. And then you're gonna say, then he's gonna
We're
say that.
family.
All right, bud. All right, bud. All right.
Get the fuck out of here. But then yeah, like Deadpool 2, they kind of pull the same thing where it's like, oh, we're all family and this, that, and the other. And I like what this movie does for like Deadpool as a character. Like I like the kind of arc that Deadpool goes on as a character in this movie, but like at the same time, I'm also just like, what? You know, like what are you doing? How'd you feel about because this movie follows a lot of like similar beats to the first one, where it's like, oh, it's Deadpool interacting with a very powerful kid, you know. How'd you feel about that Fire Fist? How'd you feel about him?
It's whatever.
Yeah,
He was a character.
I don't know, dude. I liked the actor fine. He honestly kind of annoyed me, like his dialogue. Like just like the shit they were having him say. Like there's one point where I cringed so hard because they had him go.
What do you say?
They had him go like,
which part?
They have him go, damn, it feels good to be a gangsta.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had like this. I think obviously they were going for that. They were going for like that kind, like the level of like cringe. I think that was intended cringe.
It may have been intended cringe. I cringed all the same.
Yeah,
I think that that's something that I just, you know, and this was true of the first movie too, where it's like, for me, like some of the Deadpool stuff, and really it's true of the character in general for me, some of the Deadpool humor like really, really lands for me, and there are several points of this movie where I was laughing like out loud, you know, like
same.
like laughing hard, you know, and then like, and there are recurring gags. Some of them land, some of them don't land. So like, for example, there's a recurring gag about like dubstep, right? And I'm like, this joke is like holy shit, this joke is like 6 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's another recurring joke that I really liked with what's her name, Yukio, or whatever. Where every time,
that I actually, I enjoyed that.
I loved that. That got a laugh out of me every time it happened. Where she's like, "Hi, Wade," and he's like, "Hi, Yukio."
Yeah,
he does that butterfly shit with his hand
every time too. Yeah,
that got me every time. Like that's hilarious, you know. And I don't know, like I and again, that's true for Deadpool in general. For me, is like some of it really works for me, some of it doesn't work for me. You know, I don't know. I think what kind of like put it below Deadpool 1 for me was that sort of like self-seriousness that it tried to have. Even in the moment where like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a moment involving like Deadpool's love interest where like the moment that happens with her towards the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Where it starts to get like slow-mo and he's like screaming and stuff like that. And I'm like, am I supposed to be laughing at this or is this serious? Like,
oh, yeah, I can see that.
Tonally, I don't know how to respond to this because, like, the movie's not really laughing at the moment, you know. I'm like, are you being real here? Am I supposed to have like an emotional reaction to this, or is this supposed to be funny? Because it's so much like any other superhero movie, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think this line was in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler. It's like, you're so dark. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?
That's another thing. Is like I feel like the movie gave away some of its best jokes in the trailers.
Yeah, some of the best jokes are actually in the trailer.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Another complaint that
part
I have.
was good, though.
I'm sorry. What?
I said that part was good though.
Oh yeah,
that was good shit.
Another kind of complaint that I had is like I really felt like we didn't get that much Cable. Like,
yeah, Cable was in the movie, but he wasn't like. He wasn't really like he was primarily in it. Like he was just in like a few scenes in the middle, and then at the end he's like played a bigger role, but really not a lot of Cable though.
Well, like, you know, when he pops up, you know, and they have that kind of like prison fight scene with Cable, like,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. Like I I like this, you know, like that's actually like this is what I want to see from Deadpool and Cable, you know. But then like from there, I didn't really get much from him, you know, like
Yeah.
I thought he was just kind of he didn't really have a very commanding presence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I mean, you know, everybody's talking about how great Domino is and stuff like that, and it is cool to see that character. And I really liked, I don't know the actress's name, but I liked the actress that played Domino. You know, it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. It's worth seeing. It's a worthy sequel to the first movie, but it's got problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, every movie has problems if you like dig into it.
Yeah, you know, but
Yeah.
ultimately, it's just dumb fun, and like, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean?
Same. Yeah.
Like, it made me laugh, you know, I enjoyed myself, you know, such as it was. Like I said, I was falling asleep, not the fault of the movie, but I was falling asleep. So, but it made me laugh, you know, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to do his shots because I felt like I was compromised, and I felt like we would, you know, somebody might have said something like, "Oh, how could you really review it? You said right there that you were tired." So
Can't really give a solid review on it. Fuck you.
your opinion is invalid, and I was
shit like that.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna mitigate that by not doing a shots on it.
Well, you know what, Seth? You better stay up during the next movie that we see.
Oh, I'm going to because I've already reserved my seats and everything for Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so ready for that movie, man.
Yeah. So shit, we'll have that. We'll have a shots for Solo and episode 52 next week then.
Yes, indeed. So I want to real quick. Do you guys have you guys have Cinemarks up there, right?
Yeah.
You ever go to Cinemark?
I mean, I think technically the theater we go to is a Cinemark.
I'm gonna pitch you something real quick. Are you familiar with the Cinemark Movie Club?
Yeah, I am.
Very good deal. I'm telling you, if you guys, I mean, you're kind of like me, where you go to the movies probably once a month or so.
For at least the main, we go for the main shit that's usually out.
Here's the deal: it's $8.99 a month, okay, and you get one free ticket.
Not a sponsor,
huh?
Not a sponsor.
No, not a sponsor. They should be. Cinemark, if you're listening and you want to be a sponsor, but no, it's seriously though. I'm just talking about because it's a fucking good deal.
Yeah.
It's $8.99 a month. You get one free ticket. Any tickets beyond that are also capped out at $8.99. I think there's an upcharge if you go see it in 3D or something like that. But for a standard movie ticket, $8.99 is the most they're going to charge you beyond that free ticket. Any unused tickets you have actually stack. So if there's a month that you don't go to the movies, that free ticket actually just rolls over to the next month and it never expires.
Nice. Okay.
So, and then you get 20% off all the concessions. And if you pay for your tickets online, there's normally a $2, $3 fee. They waive that with Movie Club. So Anastasia and I are going to go see Solo at the Cinemark Movie Bistro, which is kind of almost like an Alamo Drafthouse kind of thing where you actually eat a fucking meal, and they serve alcohol and stuff while you're eating.
That's good shit.
Yeah, it's nice. But I got our tickets for that for under $7.
Damn.
Both of us, because I used my free ticket, and then her ticket was $6.90 something. Yeah,
that's fucking stupid.
I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. And then I'm getting rewards points for all of it. I'm gonna get discounts on the food that I'm getting and shit like that. I'm like, Jesus, man. It's such a good deal. And if you guys go, for me, if there's a month that I'm not gonna go to the movies, I'm cool because the next month we're both seeing a movie for free. So I don't know, dude. If you go to Cinemark, for us, we've been going to we've been going to Alexandria for years. But lately we're going to Lake Charles now because there's just more to do in Lake Charles and it's not that much further away.
Yeah.
And so Lake Charles, both of their theaters that they have in that city are both Cinemark. So I'm like, dude, if we go to the movies once a month, this shit pays for itself, It's legit, man. I highly recommend this. That's just a quick sponsor without being a sponsor.
Right.
Yeah, but no, I haven't really been doing too much other than that, man. Like, I just got back a few days ago. You can probably tell I've been sick for like fucking 2 weeks.
It's funny, as I was actually going to say, like, I do apologize for when you're editing this, but I think I'm a little congested right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been sick for like 2 weeks, man. I can't get over this shit. I can't get rid of the cough. I can't get rid of the sore throat. It was actually funny because we recorded the previous 2 episodes in one day. I literally got sick the following day.
I guess that's lucky, huh?
Yes.
Because the thing with me right now is I think what's happening to me is like this just change in the weather, man. It's like especially in Chicago, it's like going from like fucking like somewhat hot, like fucking cool. It's like all that shit fucks with me.
Same. Yeah, that's how it is down here in Louisiana, dude. We like on some real shit. Like during the day, 90, 100 degrees, and then at night it's like 50.
Yeah,
you know
that shit's like made to fuck somebody up.
It's fucked up, man. And yeah, like I said, I got sick, and then like, I got rid of most of it within a few days, but I just cannot kill this cough. I cannot kill this sore throat. Like so if any sickly noises are coming through, I do apologize. I'm gonna edit out as best as I can, but it's like shit, man. It's either that or you don't get a podcast. So, but yeah, that's the bulk of what I've been doing. Still powering through God of War. I'm actually pretty close to the end of the story, but I'm nowhere near being done with the game.
Without spoilers, where are you at?
Let me see how I can word this without spoilers. I just got, shit, this is gonna be hard. So, remember I told you the part where I went and I broke those 2 chains?
Yes.
I basically stopped right after that.
Okay, I know where you're at then. Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm pretty close to the end. I don't think I have that much more to go. Even just gauging by the trophies, I only have 2 more story related trophies.
Actually, to bring this up, what do we want to do a actual kind of spoiler talk with God of War once you're done with it?
Yeah, I could see us doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. I don't think it would be in the main show.
Yeah, maybe do like a shots of it, maybe.
Maybe a shots, or maybe just not anything. Maybe just
something, just random.
Record it and just throw it up. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I think so.
Nerd Bourbon talks about God of War.
Yeah, pretty just throw it up there as just God of War spoiler cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've effectively rebranded shots as like a
I know
TV
we definitely
thing.
have.
So I think when we do that, yeah, we'll probably just shit it out there and we'll be good. Yeah, but no, very, very good game. I really don't see. It's funny, just like whenever I play it, I'm just like, there's no way this isn't Game of the Year.
Oh, dude, if it's not Game of the Year, I'm gonna be fucking surprised.
There's no way it's not Game of the Year. I'm like, there is no way. It's one of those games like Breath of the Wild, where like whenever I play God of War, it like ruins everything else I'm playing. I'm just like, everything else I'm playing is just shit by comparison.
That's some real shit, dude. The only reason I was even able to like kind of like branch off of the game is because I beat it to the point where I'm just like, all right, I'm good now.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so good, and I'm like, we got so many other great games coming out too, man. Like it's a really good year, but I really just don't see anything topping God of War. So my free time basically is, I'm about to start working on D&D in earnest again. Which will be nice to get back into the saddle with that. Like this weekend, I'm actually going to be writing an entire arc for the other group, and then like I got to get head first into you guys' shit and kind of get back in the saddle with D&D.
I need to get head first into my my backstory.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So just kind of. After like kind of leaving for a few days, it's weird because I'm such a busy guy. Like I just keep myself so busy that like I feel like I have to hit the reset button after leaving it all for a few days. Because normally my life is just go, go, go. It's like work, fucking, do adult shit, wedding shit, podcast shit, D&D, video games. Like it's just nonstop, and then like actually stopping for a few days. I feel like I'm in this weird like reboot period.
Yeah, kind of. I feel like that would like fuck somebody up actually.
Yeah, because now I'm like, oh right, yeah. How do I do the podcast again? How do I do D&D again? You know, so it's gonna take some readjusting, but I'm getting it. And then yeah, like you know, like I said, we want to do more streaming and stuff like that, and I'm just trying to play. You know, I cut down a day at work so that I could have more free time to take care of some of this wedding shit. Because dude, I'm getting married in less than 5 months at this point. October is a creepin'.
Oh, sweet boy, I already know.
It's bad, dude. It's real bad. But yeah, like I cut one of my days at work, so I now have an extra day to actually do some of this shit, and it's nice. Just my quality of life, I think, is gonna improve, very soon. So I don't know. That's about all I had this week. Was there anything you wanted to add?
No, I think that's really about it. Just it's like keep an eye out for the Dark Souls streams coming out in the next couple weeks and shit.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be streaming a lot more, so you're going to be seeing a lot more Nerd Bourbon Plays content on Twitch and YouTube for sure, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I know this is kind of a weird episode, kind of a weird just like touch base episode, but you know, I've been gone for a little while.
Honestly, that's how it usually works out. It's like if you usually it's if you go away, we do like an evergreen episode. It's kind of like shit piles up that we need to talk about. So
yeah, just I like to just like I like to have transparency with the audience.
What
and
audience?
Just like right, but I like to this show is a few things because it's nice to talk about, but it's also like a weird like group therapy session.
Yeah, that is actually good. That is a good way of looking at it. And also, even if we end up getting like a good viewership, I will always say that joke.
Yeah, so will I.
What audience?
We could have 10,000 listeners per episode, and I'd be like, what? We're still, we're never gonna get too big for our britches. We always gotta stay grounded. Always gotta act like we have no viewers. Yeah, no, man. I just wanted to touch base and kind of let everybody know what's going on and kind of give them the updates on what's been going on and what's going to be happening in the near future. And I'm looking forward to it. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
I think that's about it, man.
Cool. If you didn't know, you've been listening to Nerd Bourbon, the only show where you can get this good, high-quality tent. If you like what you've been hearing and you want to hear more, throw us that delicious follow or sub on whatever service you're listening to us on. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, or maybe you have an idea for a topic that you want us to cover on the show, leave that for us. And last but not least, tell your friends. It's really the only way we have for us to grow. So thank you guys so much for listening. Get fucking dunked on. Bye.
See ya.